A wild story. I feel like this is just the beginning with the Josh Rosen experience in the NFL.
It's great because we now have a love child of draft stories and airport stories coming together. Alonzo Highsmith, the Browns executive, who I loved going back to the college days, runs into the UCLA women's volleyball team, approaches the coach. Do you know anything about Josh Rosen? The coach says, that's his girlfriend. Go ask her. And then he says, that's all I need to know. I mean, that is a weird story. Why don't we do a reenactment of it? All right, I'll be Alonzo Highsmith right now. Okay, you be the UCLA women's volleyball coach. Okay,
I'm over here like eating my peach O's.
This is how Alonzo Highsmith tells the stories. Hey, coach, how you doing? UCLA, right?
Yeah.
Alonzo Highsmith, Cleveland Browns.
Oh.
What can you tell me about this Josh Rosen guy?
Oh, that's his girlfriend over there. Go talk to her.
That's all I need to know.
What does
that's it. Coach John Dorsey, yes, take Baker. I just had a very that's it. It's it. Thank you very much. Enjoy the flight.
I don't believe it. I don't believe that story.
So he didn't speak to the actual player. He spoke to the coach, and the player who just said talk to the player.
He didn't speak to the girlfriend either.
Yeah, the player.
And then then you go up to the girlfriend, you're like, hey, young lady, tell me about your boyfriend. That's very weird. She's like, I'm eating my Alban Payne here. Leave me alone. What are you doing?
Can we reenact that? Do that again.
Hey, Coach, what can you tell me about Josh Rosen?
Well, I probably shouldn't say anything, but if you want to, really hear something good about him, talk to his girlfriend. What if it was like that? What if it was like a not a condescending, but just like a skirt? I don't want to talk about him, and he got a bad vibe. Like, why don't you want to express it? But
sure.
Now I'm into
it. Might have been,
now I'm too deep.
If I'm Josh Rosen and I'm hearing that, I'm like, what the hell is going on? He said also to Rich Eisen, he's like, I think people are forgetting they're getting a football player, like not someone to date their daughter. Right. What a weird story.
I don't mind
I know it gets weird at the airport, Schrager, but that's a strange one.
It gets weird at the airport. I've had several weird encounters at the Hudson News lately. I will say this. Rosen isn't the one saying this story. He's being asked about it by Eisen. So, I want to turn the page, but, what's he supposed to do? Say, he had a laugh about it. I liked how he handled that.
Oh, I did, too. I'm talking about Highsmith.
The story's bizarre, and yet I asked around the league leading up to the draft, and to a man, everyone told me the same thing. He's the fourth quarterback off the board. No. And I'm like, but he's really good, right? Oh, he throws the ball great. Not a franchise quarterback for us. So it's like, are we overthinking this? There's been a lot of interesting personalities at quarterback in the NFL. There still are.
The Cardinals love them.
Are we missing something? Is he really Jay Cutler minus 1,000 as far as how bad of a guy can he be that he was maybe the best thrower and couldn't?
That's very compelling.
How bad a dude is Josh Rosen?
Awful.
Must be a horrible guy.
What was your initial reaction to meeting him we had talked to him for 5 minutes, even off camera.
I loved him. I loved everything about him. I really did. There was something that he had, and I don't want to use the word swag or moxie.
What was it?
Dripping swag sauce. He reminded me of Aaron Rodgers. And it's not how tall he was or how he looked or how he carried himself, even the body language. It was the words he said and how confident he was, and he wasn't trying hard. That's what I do like about him. And I'll say this, and I said it before on the show. Think about your top 5 quarterbacks in the league. 4 out of the 5 will rub you the wrong way. 4 out of the 5, you'll find something about him you don't like. And now, oftentimes, we pick these young draft picks apart, and we'll try to find something. Sam Darnold, not so much. You know what? He's a safe guy, and he looks the part. He's going to play the role. You look at Baker Mayfield, I'm not feeling that dude. Josh Allen, I don't know what he is. Lamar Jackson, he could be a wide receiver. Right. Josh Rosen, this spoiled young punk out of UCLA, no. But I love everything about him. Now, I don't know how it's going to translate to the football field, but I feel like players in the locker room are going to love everything about him. I don't meet guys now and say, as an analyst, do I appreciate this young fella? The first thing I do is put my pads back on metaphorically, and I look at him and I say, would I follow this dude if he got in my huddle? And I would about Josh Rosen. I definitely follow that.
It's amazing, and we live in this archaic world of the NFL with a bunch of cavemen, that this guy is a fully evolved thinker. He has personalities, he has thoughts, and it was viewed as the biggest red flag, bigger than a guy getting arrested, bigger than a guy who didn't play.
There has to be a reason for that.
He's an evolved thinker, and he asks why, and that is the greatest threat to the NFL right now, which is an incredible statement about where these coaches are with quarterbacks.
Before the draft, I remember saying, I wish he would just zip it because then maybe he'd go #1 overall. He slipped a little bit. Do you feel like if he had zipped it, he would have gone
if he had zipped it when he was 18 years old? We just been hearing stuff for 4 years.
You nailed it. People say he's the best passer. Oh, he's the best passer. You're going to take him then? No. Why? It's complicated. It better be.
It better be real complicated.
Facebook status.